Well, happy Sunday evening, and welcome to Quick Bite History Live, where we do our best to have a little fun with history. You can catch us live normally each Sunday evening at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific time, and we have a challenging show for you here tonight with three fresh new categories all rolled up into one great game show. Watch our robots paint, listen to my clues, and you all make your guesses as we will be first counting down the top 20 haunted places in the world. Then we'll be testing your TV streaming memory with 20 HBO series, the top 20 HBO series of all time. And finally, we will explore the top 20 queens who ruled without a king. And if y'all stick around, we do have a bonus round available in case there's any of those hardcore enthusiasts hanging around. Now, please do check in the chat. Say hello. Hey, I see some people here. Alex, Rhombus. Good to see you guys. Anyway, you guys aren't watching the Oscars, I guess. I don't know if they're on yet. I think it's the red carpet still. or tonight it's the blue and gold carpet. Anyway, here we go. Let's fire up those robots. Let's get the first round going. Here we go. You do know the rules. Robots paint. You guess. I give some clues along the way, and we're going to be doing the top 20 haunted places in the world. Oops, I shouldn't have said anything. All right, this massive structure has crossed the Atlantic over 1,000 times, but now sits permanently docked. It was once used as a World War II troop transport ship. It was nicknamed the Gray Ghost. Visitors report hearing phantom children's laughter near the empty first-class swimming pool. Its most famous ghost is named Jackie, a little girl who supposedly drowned on board. Not good. Not good. Some claim to see shadowy figures in the old-timey clothing roaming the corridors. Old-timey. This is not that. This is famous to be haunted though. And I'll tell you where this sits. This boat now is docked permanently in Long Beach, California. Long Beach, California. And people claim to see ghosts all over this place. I guess it's kind of a hotel now, so people stay in the hotel overnight. Anyway, this was the Queen Mary. Queen Mary. All right, next up. Sorry we missed that one. This medieval stronghold has witnessed centuries of bloody betrayals and feuds. The Bloody Chapel was the scene of a gruesome family murder. Great. It's said to be haunted by a terrifying elemental spirit with glowing red eyes. I don't want to see that. The castle sits atop an oubliette. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's a pit where prisoners were left to die. Yeah, that would make it haunted. Some visitors report a foul, sulfur-like smell when the spirit appears. So yes, Rhombus, you had the last one, Queen Mary. Maybe our satellite might be a little slow with the Oscars. Don't know. But anyway, so where's this place? Where's this haunted place? Anybody know? Any guesses? It sounds horrible. This is known as Leap Castle. Leap Castle, County Offaly in Ireland. It's in Ireland. Scary place. All right, you might know this one. If Stuart was here, he'd know. This historic fortress has stood for nearly 1,000 years. It has served as a royal palace, prison, and execution site. Ghostly figures of beheaded royals have been spotted here. I don't want to see a ghost with no head. That sounds scary. Anne Boleyn's ghost is said to roam the halls carrying her own head. I knew you'd know. I knew it. The spirits of tortured prisoners and guards are frequently seen. Well, that sounds truly haunting. You are correct, of course. The ravens at the tower are kept under royal decree. Legend says they leave, the kingdom will fall. Oh, well, you got to keep the ravens then. The Tower of London. Well, it's got little towers on the corner. The whole thing's a tower. Right? Yeah. Stuart is here and he does know. There's a couple British ones in here. Let's go to the next one though. This is not in England. This underground maze holds the bones of over 6 million people. It was originally a limestone quarry before being converted in the 18th century. Many visitors report hearing whispers or footsteps in the dark tunnels. Some explorers claim to have seen shadowy figures lurking in the passageways. Now, if I saw a shadowy figure lurking in these passageways and I was down inside there, I'm out of there. Those who stray from the main path have been known to disappear without a trace. Oh my gosh. That's correct, Alex. Francia is correct. What is it though? Do you know the name of this place? Anybody know? Going once, going twice. The Catacombs of Paris. Catacombs of Paris. In 2004, police discovered a fully equipped underground movie theater in the catacombs. What? I don't know. I don't know what that means. Yes, correct. All right, next up, number 16. Let's move over to America. This prison was one of the first to experiment with solitary confinement. It once housed notorious criminals, including Al Capone. Visitors report hearing eerie whispers and disembodied screams. What is a disembodied scream? I don't get that. Cell doors are said to slam shut on their own. Shadowy figures have been spotted in abandoned cell blocks. So it's a jail. It's a jail. It's not Alcatraz. It's on the east. It's in the eastern part of the United States. Going once, going twice. It is in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, USA. And this is the Eastern State Penitentiary. Infamous. When it first opened, it was the most expensive public structure ever built in the United States. There you go. It looks like a castle to me. Now you might know this next one. It's a fairly well-known phenomena. This dense woodland is eerily quiet due to the way trees absorb the sound. It is sometimes called the Sea of Trees. Legends say spirits of the lost and restless linger among the trees. Many visitors report seeing ghostly figures and hearing whispers in the wind. Ooh, whispers in the wind. Now here's the key clue. It is infamous for being a site of tragic and unexplained disappearances. It may be called this is not the Black Forest from Europe. There is a Black Forest in Europe. This is across the other side of the world from Europe. This is not the Sherwood Forest. I'll give you a hint. It's in Japan. It's in Japan. I don't know if you guys have heard of this. It is the Aokigahara Forest, and it's at the foot of Mount Fuji in Japan. And it encompasses often malfunction in the forest due to underground iron deposits, so you can get lost real easy. Oh, that doesn't sound good. I'm not sure if this is that suicide forest, right? Have you heard of that in Japan? Yeah. Anyway, next up, back in America, this antebellum mansion is said to be built on an ancient Native American burial ground. Well, there's your first mistake. The house is rumored to be the home of at least 12 ghosts. A spirit named Chloe is frequently spotted wearing a green turban. That sounds like quite the combo. Visitors report phantom footsteps and mirrors showing ghostly faces. Some say the ghosts of murdered children still roam the halls. It kind of looks like Amityville a little bit, but hang on to that answer for later. Yeah, Stuart, I think that's right from the last one. That's where they go for commit suicide over in Japan. Harikari. Anyway, any guesses on this one? This is a southern mansion. This is the Myrtles Plantation in St. Francisville, Louisiana. Oh, so Louisiana. There you go. Well, ghosts. All right, let's go to Europe. This small island was once a quarantine station for plague victims. Now remember, we're doing the most haunted places in the world. Later, it became a mental asylum where horrific experiments were rumored to occur. Yeah, that'll cause haunting. It is said over 100,000 people died on this island. What? The soil is supposedly made up of human ash. Oh, okay. They've got a lot of red flags here. The island is now abandoned, with locals refusing to step foot there. I know, that Shutter Island, that was a good movie, huh? Leah was in there. No, this isn't Shutter Island. This is in Europe. This is in Venice, Italy, actually. So I guess they're talking about over a number of years that this was an asylum. Not good. This is known as Poveglia Island. Poveglia Island, Venice, Italy. Despite its haunted reputation, Poveglia Island was once auctioned for private development. Yeah, no thanks. No thanks. All right, let's travel the world. This ruined fortress is considered the most haunted place in India. According to legend, a sorcerer cursed the entire town. The Indian government forbids entry after sunset due to safety concerns. Yeah, I would say so. The Indian government I already said that. Many visitors report hearing strange voices and feeling watched. Yeah, I hate that feeling. You know, when you feel like you're being watched. The village surrounding the fort remains completely abandoned. So they've left the village. This place is too spooky. Anybody know anything about this? I don't think I had heard of this. This is the Bangarth Fort. Bangarth Fort in Rajasthan, India. Rajasthan. Despite its haunted reputation, the fort's architecture remains a stunning example of ancient Rajput design. Yeah, it is kind of cool, huh? Kind of a cool place, but haunted as hell. All right, maybe you'll recognize this place. This Grand Hotel opened in 1909 and inspired a famous horror novel. Guests report hearing piano music playing with no one at the keys. Ghostly figures have appeared in photographs taken inside the hotel. Room 217 is said to be the most paranormally active. This place was the inspiration for Stephen King's The Shining. Yeah, this is the steward has it. This is the Shining place. But do you remember the name of it or where it is? The name of the hotel? Or the city it's in, maybe? No, it's not known as the Fremont Hotel. You know, I always thought it was that one in Banff, but it's not the one in Banff. This one is in Estes Park, Colorado. It's in Colorado. And the name of it is the Stanley Hotel. The Stanley Hotel. Anyway, yeah, but you have it, The Shining. The Stanley Hotel offers a night tour focusing on its ghostly legends. No thanks. No thanks. I don't need to go on that. I don't need the night tour. All right, now I toured this place as a kid a couple times. I lived in the area. This mansion is famous for its bizarre and confusing architecture. It was built by a widow who believed she was haunted by vengeful spirits. The house features staircases that lead to nowhere and doors that open into walls. Some believe the construction was meant to confuse the ghosts. I think that's the story. The owner, Sarah Winchester, never stopped building until her death. Yeah, you got it, Rhombus. That is correct. Yes, here's Johnny. No hotel, not at the Winchester. This is the Winchester Mystery House. Winchester Mystery House. The house has 160 rooms, yet no normal blueprint was ever made. Now, do you remember why she never stopped building? I think tarot card reader lady or a crystal ball lady or something. Somebody told her that if she never stops building, it'll protect her from the ghosts. So she never stopped building. Yes, yeah, and she did. She believed it was haunted by the people who got killed by the gun. There you go. Okay, let's move over to your neck of the woods, Stuart. It's home to the infamous Mackenzie poltergeist. The cemetery dates back to the 16th century. Visitors report unexplained bruises and scratches after visiting. No thanks. No thanks. The Black Mausoleum is considered the most haunted section. You ever heard of this, Stuart? Some say spirits physically attack those who trespass. Now, this sounds a little rough. People get bruises and scratches, and they say that the ghosts attack the people that trespass. Hey, Jason, what's going on? What's going on? Yeah, well, that's good to know. We always appreciate extra facts here on Quick Bite History Live. This is Greyfriars Kirkyard in Edinburgh, Scotland. And in case you didn't know, we're doing the most haunted places in the world. J.K. Rowling took inspiration from the cemetery for Harry Potter. Okay, let's go to number 8. This towering chateau dates back to the 11th century. It is said to be haunted by the Green Lady. She was a noblewoman murdered in a crime of passion, of course. Her ghost is said to roam the halls wearing a green dress. So it wasn't her skin that was green, it was her dress. At least that's good. A little less scary. Some have claimed to see her disfigured face staring from the castle's windows. Now that sounds creepy. You might know where this is. Any guesses? How about the location or the name of it? Either way, I'll give lots of credit. Hey, there it is. Madame! Glad you joined us because you got the answer. Chateau de Brissac. Is that how you say it? Brissac? Brissac? Brissac. Brissac, 15, France. Despite its haunted reputation, this chateau is still privately owned and open for tours. All right, down to number 7. Now, this luxury hotel is nestled in the Canadian Rockies. A ghost bride is said to haunt the grand staircase. A ghost bride. Nice. Guests report seeing a friendly bellman who disappears when approached. So, I'm thinking The Shining kind of like mixed that hotel in Colorado with this hotel, the Stanley Hotel, with this hotel, because it kind of, some of the stories sound the same. Some rooms are said to have strange, unexplained noises at night. Well, that's a haunting. The hotel has been dubbed the Castle in the Rockies. Does anybody know where this is? Or the name of this? I did say it earlier in the round. In case you didn't hear me. Anybody know where this is? Anybody been there? Beautiful place, looks like. I think it's the Fairmont. Although it could be a Fairmont, but I don't think it is. There is a Fairmont Hotel in Sonoma, California, and in San Francisco, of course. The Banff Spring Hotel in Alberta, Canada. The haunted hotel was built by Canadian Pacific Railway as a high-end getaway. Number 6. This castle was built over a mysterious hole in the ground. Always a mistake. Always a mistake. The hole is rumored to be the gateway to hell. That's why you don't build over the hole. Unlike most castles, this one had no military purpose. It was just to cover the hole. It was designed to keep something in, not out. Exactly right. Don't build over a hole. Visitors report hearing inhuman growls from beneath the castle. Well, I wouldn't visit. No thanks. It was built to keep something in, not out. Anybody know what this is? It's in the Czech Republic, which is a spooky place to start, right? Anybody know? Huska. Huska Castle. Prisoners were once lowered into the hole to test its supernatural properties. Yeah, let's dangle some people down there and see what happens. This hole. No thanks. Okay, top five. Top five. Here we go. This inn dates back to the 12th century. It was built on an ancient pagan burial ground. See? Dumb move. Never do that. Guest reports seeing shadowy figures lurking in the rooms. Yes, they do, I'm sure. Some claim to have been physically attacked by unseen forces. No thanks. It's considered one of the most haunted homes in England. It's a home. It's actually an inn. It's an inn. Yeah, well, so it was in the Czech Republic, the last one. But where's this? This is in jolly old England. What city and the name of the inn, perhaps? Look familiar? This is where you like to stay? Tin Man, what's going on, man? What's going on? We're doing spooky places, haunted places. This is the Ancient Ram Inn. Ancient Ram Inn, and it's in Gloucester. Gloucestershire. Did I say that right? Gloucestershire. It's in Gloucestershire. The inn's former owner refused to sleep inside, no doubt. All right. No, this is a creepy place. Number 4. This eerie island is covered in hundreds of decaying dolls. Bad start. The dolls were placed there to ward off a ghostly spirit. Yeah. I don't know about the strategy. Some visitors claim to see the dolls move or whisper. Creepy. The island caretaker believed he was haunted by a drowned girl. A drowned girl. Oh, I don't know, Tin Man. Your comments aren't on point. You can try a little harder, though. Try harder. Anybody know where this is? Anybody have any idea? Locals, of course, refuse to visit after dark. This is the Island of the Dolls in Chocomilco, Mexico. Anybody hear this? The Island of the Dolls? Creepy. All right. Top 3, pretty well known. This one's pretty well known. This suburban home was the site of a gruesome family murder. The surviving family claimed to experience horrifying paranormal events. Yeah. Strange voices and red glowing eyes were reported in the house. Yeah, Stuart, you are correct. Most people know the shape of the house, right? Those funny windows up on the top. It's kind of odd. It inspired one of the most famous horror books and movies. It is known as the Amityville Horror. Yes. It is the Amityville House in Amityville, New York. No, not New York, New York. Amityville, New York. I got it right. The infamous house has changed owners multiple times. Yeah. How long would you own it? How many nights would you sleep there? Why would you buy it? Maybe make it a tourist place or something? I don't know. Doesn't make sense, does it? All right, let's do the top two. Top two haunted places in the world. Let's go back to Scotland. This ancient fortress sits atop an extinct volcano. Bad start again. It has seen centuries of war, executions, and imprisonment. Visitors report hearing the ghostly sounds of bagpipes. It's said to be haunted by a headless drummer. Does that sound familiar, Stuart? Phantom soldiers and even ghostly dogs have been spotted. Anybody know where this is? Yeah, correct. Correct. You are correct. Edinburgh Castle. Edinburgh Castle, Edinburgh, Scotland. The castle was once home to the Stone of Destiny, a symbol of Scottish royalty. Looks kind of cool, but it's haunted, apparently. And it sits on an extinct volcano. So it's got that going for it. As long as it stays extinct. It's all good. All right, let's go to number one. Most haunted place in the world. Here we go. This house was the scene of a brutal double murder in 1892. The prime suspect was a young woman. The victims were killed with an axe. The alleged murderer was put on trial, but she was acquitted. She got off. It inspired the eerie nursery rhyme, Lizzie Borden took an axe. I guess it's not a nursery rhyme. The eerie rhyme, Lizzie Borden took an axe. I don't know how, does anybody know how that rhyme goes? Lizzie Borden took an axe. Anyway, this is the Lizzie Borden house. It is in Fall River, Massachusetts. USA, Massachusetts. And the house is now a bed and breakfast where guests can stay overnight if they dare. Just for fun. If you see Lizzie carrying an axe. Yeah, you got it, man. All right. Well, anyway, it was kind of fun. You guys were maybe 50-50? Maybe. Almost. How's everybody doing? We're ready for the Oscars. Oh, I'm keeping you from the Oscars. This is better than the Oscars, right? Okay, what are we going to do next? Now, I don't know how many of you have been watching the HBO cable network or streaming network. We're going to do the top 20 HBO series of all time. Let's see how you can do. Some of them are hard, some of them are easy. But I've heard of all of them, even if I didn't watch all of them. So here we go. This show begins with a shocking death and keeps death at the center. It follows a family business that deals with grief in a very personal way. So this is a good transition between the haunted category and the HBO category. The show is famous for its thought-provoking approach to mortality. It had one of the most emotional and critically praised finales in TV history. I didn't see this. Wish I did. Maybe I'll go back. Maybe I'll go back and watch it now. The Fisher family's funeral home is where much of the drama unfolds. Yeah, You knew it. Rumbas. The Fisher family's funeral home. Yeah. 6 Feet Under is correct. 6 Feet Under. 2001 to 2005. The series finale features a haunting montage that jumps forward in time to show each character's fate. Well, that sounds weird. Okay. Did you see the finale, Romus? All right, now I have to admit I haven't seen this next one, so I'm not sure. Maybe you guys did. Number 19. This comedy drama follows a young woman navigating friendships, career, and love in Los Angeles. The main character is known for her mere pep talks and relatable inner monologues. It explores themes of Black identity, relationships, and self-discovery. The lead actress and creator was also a YouTube sensation before landing this HBO series. So there you go. There's the tie-in. Issa Rae turned this into one of the most celebrated modern shows about millennial life. So you've heard about this. She was a YouTuber. Interesting. Excuse me. We have spring-like weather here, and I do have some allergies. So there you go. I'm not going in the back room with Zelensky. It's not happening. Anyway, Insecure was the name of this series, in case I didn't mention that. Insecure, 2016, 2021. All right, number 18. You probably have heard of this one, and I definitely saw this one. So here we go. A visually stunning and intense portrayal of modern teenage struggles. This features some of the most stylish cinematography and bold storytelling on TV. Yeah, Madeo knew that last one, huh? I know we got a little delay tonight. I don't know why. I guess maybe from the Oscars. Maybe that's causing us some delay. Zendaya won an Emmy for her gripping performance. The glittery aesthetic and dark themes make this show unforgettable. Anybody know this one? Zendaya. Yes, correct. Correct you are. I like this one. Might be because I'm kind of into Zendaya, maybe. That might be the reason. Euphoria is the correct answer. Many of the show's scenes were shot on vintage film to give it a unique, dreamlike feel. Bet you didn't know that. There's a bit of trivia for you. I think you've probably heard of this next one. A satirical look at the lives of the wealthy while they vacation at a luxury resort. Each season takes place in a different exotic location. It features a mix of mystery, drama, and dark comedy. Anybody know this one? The theme song became a viral sensation for its eerie, hypnotic sound. And yes, Jennifer Coolidge's performance became iconic, winning her an Emmy. I bet you guys know this one. I think we just got a little satellite delay. That's okay. The game still works. The first season was filmed during the pandemic at a real Hawaiian resort. At a real resort. How about that? Of course it's at a real resort. What are you talking about? Well, you guys may have answered this, but it is the White Lotus. White Lotus 2021 to the present. White Lotus. There it is. All right, let's go to number 16 next. We're doing top HBO series of all time. HBO. A hitman decides to pursue a very unexpected new career. The show brilliantly blends dark comedy with intense action. The main character joins an acting class, but struggles to leave his old life behind. Yeah, you got it. Good job, Maddow. Bill Hader not only stars, but also writes and directs many episodes. The series is praised for its shocking twists and deep character development. And, I definitely didn't watch all. I don't think I watched the whole episode all the way through, so I'm going to go back and watch some of these. That's what you get out of Quick Mind History Live. This is Barry, of course, Barry 2018 to 2023. And it's Bill Hader, Mr. Bill Hader. He won multiple Emmys for his performance as the lead character. There you go. Multiple Emmys. All right, next up, number 15. This one's a little quirky. This show was seen as a modern take on young women figuring out life in New York City. Its creator, writer, and star became a major voice for millennial storytelling. The show sparked debates over its raw, often controversial themes. The four main characters navigate friendship, love, and career struggles. Yeah, you got it, Columbus. This is The Girls. It was often compared to Sex and the City, but with a grittier indie feel. Yes. It ran from 2012 to 2017, and again, it was called Girls. Adam Driver's breakout role as a quirky love interest made him a star. I don't even know who Adam Driver is. Whatever you guys do. Girls. All right. Number 14. I think everybody's going to know this one. A sharp political satire about the absurdity of Washington, D.C. Yes, completely absurd. Its lead actress broke Emmy records for hilarious performance. The dialogue is filled with rapid-fire insults and witty comebacks. It follows a politician who desperately wants to be taken seriously. Yeah, you got it, Maddow. You're on a roll. Julia Louis-Dreyfus stars as the hilarious, incompetent vice president. And yes, you are correct. It is called Veep. Veep. 2012 to 2019. So it's been done for a while. The show's writing team included real political insiders to make the satire even sharper. Okay. There you go. Pretty funny show. I saw most of them. Not all, but most. Okay, remember we're doing HBO series. So think of HBO series. Next one might be kind of hard. This epic series takes place in the ancient world filled with power struggles and betrayals. It follows two Roman soldiers whose lives intersect with historical events. That's a pretty good clue. Lavish sets and brutal battles made it one of HBO's most expensive productions. It inspired later historical dramas like The Game of Thrones. Julius Caesar, Mark Antony, and Cleopatra all play major roles. Remember what the series was called? No, it wasn't called Spartacus. Anybody know? Yeah, it wasn't that popular, I don't think. Why the robots liked it? Correct, Meadow. You have it. It is called Rome, just Rome, 2005 to 2007. So it ran 3 seasons. I guess, you're going to run out. You can't run it forever because you run out of material. The show was canceled after 2 seasons due to high production costs. It did have critical acclaim. Rome. All right, number 12. We're down to number 12. Working our way down. A semi-improvised comedy starring a fictionalized version of a famous TV writer. Known for its awkward social situations and cringe-inducing humor. The main character refuses to follow basic social norms, leading to endless conflict. Is that a Barbara? No. You know this one, Meadow? Features guest stars playing exaggerated versions of themselves. It was created by Seinfeld co-creator Larry David. That's Larry David right there. What's the show called? Very popular. It's still running, and it started in the year 2000. So, very popular. It's called Curb Your Enthusiasm. Curb Your Enthusiasm. That sound familiar? Larry David. There you go. All right. I really like this next one. It was a cool show. Only ran 3 seasons. A gritty Western drama set in a lawless frontier town. It features poetic, profanity-laced dialogue that became legendary. It centers around real historical figures, including a notorious saloon owner. The town itself feels like a living, breathing character. Yeah, it's true. I never thought of it that way, but that's true. Anybody remember this one? Western. It's like a California gold rush town. Ian McShane's performance as the ruthless yet charismatic Al Swearingen is unforgettable. A really close, Rhombus. I think you know what it is. You just like to say Blackwood. But it's not Blackwood. But very close. It's Deadwood. It's worse than Blackwood. It's Deadwood. Despite its short run, Deadwood received a follow-up movie in 2019 to wrap up its story. Cool. That's right, they did a movie later. Correct, Rhombus. Correct. All right, I like this one too. I watched this one. This one's definitely different. A Southern Gothic drama filled with supernatural creatures. I love that Southern Gothic. set in a world where vampires have come out of the coffin and live openly. It features romance, mystery, and plenty of shocking twists. It's based on the Southern Vampire Mysteries book series. The show's signature drink, True Blood, became a real-life marketing product. They made True Blood into a real product? I never knew that. And yes, Rhombus, True Blood is the name of the show. 2008 to 2014. Not the Vampire Diaries. It was called True Blood, and it was really quirky. Suki, her name's Suki. That's quirky. She defines quirky. Alexander Skarsgård's character, Eric Northman, became one of the most popular vampires on TV. All right, you know the next one. I don't know if I'm going to give you any clues. A crime drama set during the Prohibition era. It follows a corrupt political boss who controls Atlantic City. Oh, hey, Arena. What's going on? What's going on? Everybody likes Arena. Especially me. Oh. You know this one? Features historical characters like Al Capone and Lucky Luciano. It's produced by the Sopranos writer Terrence Winter and Martin Scorsese. And Steve Buscemi, his performance brought unexpected depth to a ruthless character. The show's pilot episode, directed by Scorsese, cost over $18 million to produce. Correct. I think Stewart had it way back, way up there, and Maddow has it too. Boardwalk Empire. Great show, huh? That was a good one. Good show. I think we're into the good ones now. Enough of the riffraff. Number 8. Now, if you guys didn't see this, you got to see this. 3 seasons. A mystery drama set in an elite California seaside town. It features an all-star cast, including Nicole Kidman, Reese Witherspoon, and Meryl Streep. A shocking crime is revealed through a series of flashbacks. I think Arena knows this one. see if we can get her to type. It explores themes of domestic abuse, friendship, and secrets. Yes, many secrets. Anybody know? Anybody know this one? The show was originally meant to be a mini-series, but its success led to a second season. I guess there were only 2 seasons. The series was based on a novel by Liane Moriarty and was filmed in Monterey, California. You guys didn't see this one? Well, so go back and see it. It's called Big Little Lies. Big Little Lies. Cool series. Got a vibe. It's a vibe. All right, you guys may have seen this one. I tried to watch it. Wasn't into it. I'm not into the Marvel stuff that much, you know? I don't know if this is Marvel or this is the other one. This isn't Marvel. A bold reimagining of a classic comic book. Tackles race, power, history through a superhero lens. Features an alternate reality where mass vigilantes are outlawed. Yeah, you know it. Good job, Maddow. Regina King delivers a powerhouse performance as the lead. The Tulsa Race Massacre is a central historical event in the show's plot. Yeah, he got that one quick. Like he has the best internet connection. The show's creator, Damon Lindelof, described it as a remix rather than a direct adaptation of the original comic. Okay. And yes, Watchmen is correct. The year was 2019, and the robots liked it. They put it number 7. So there you go. All right, so this next one, number 6, I watched it. It's a kind of a genre, and it's interesting. A mysterious event causes 2% of the world's population to disappear. It explores themes of grief, faith, and the search for meaning. It was created by Lost co-creator Damon Lindelof. Well, so there is that little bit of the Lost vibe in it, where you're not sure you're following the story correctly. Justin Theroux stars as a man struggling to hold his family together. Yeah, you know it. Very good, Rhombus. Very good. Known for its emotionally powerful storytelling and surreal moments. Yeah, that's why I liked it, I think. You can kind of sense those surreal moments. Despite a slow start in ratings, The Leftovers is now considered one of HBO's greatest hidden gems. Hidden gems. That's a whole new category. TV streaming hidden gems. We'll do that next week. Leftovers. Yeah, I liked it. All right, number 5. I think everybody's going to know this one. Here we go. A mob drama that redefined modern television. It follows the struggles of a New Jersey crime boss balancing work and family. It's always hard. Known for its psychological depth and dark humor. Features one of the most debated series finales in TV history. Correct. Oh, but I'll barely beat you out, Stuart. And Rhombus. But now continues to be on a roll. Yeah, everybody knew. I knew you guys would all know this one. James Gandolfini's portrayal of Tony Soprano is widely regarded as one of the best performances ever. The Sopranos, 1999 to 2007. The show's iconic theme song, Woke Up This Morning, became instantly recognizable. Now, I don't remember the song. You guys remember the song? I really don't. I really don't remember the song. Was it catchy? Sopranos. All right, down to the top 4. This will be my number 1. A fantasy epic filled with dragons, political intrigue, and betrayal. It features warring families fighting for control of a mythical kingdom. Known for its shocking character deaths and massive battle scenes. Yes, and the phrase, "winter is coming," became a pop cultural staple. Yes, correct. Oh, gosh, I guess my dad barely beat you out again, Stuart. Gotta be that internet connection. Based on George R.R. Martin's A Song of Ice and Fire book series. Did you guys read the books? I did not. I would have listened to the book on tape anyway, but I did not. I just watched the show. The show was filmed in multiple countries, including Northern Ireland, Spain, and Croatia. Yes, Game of Thrones. 2011 to 2019. It took them quite a few years to get it done. Wasn't like the last one super delayed or something. Seems like they were all delayed. All right, well, the robots say that's number 4. So, 3 more. A modern-day power struggle within a billionaire media family. It features ruthless characters who will do anything to stay on top. It's known for its sharp dialogue and biting satire. Inspired by real-life media moguls like the Murdoch. You guys see this? It's really good. One of my favorites for sure. The Roy family became one of the most dysfunctional families in TV history. Yes, they are dysfunctional. Reminds me of the Bidens a little bit. Not to get political. The show's theme song became a viral sensation, which remixes appearing across social media. You guys know the X-Files? No, it's not the X-Files. It's not the X-Files. This is about a billionaire family, media family, and the power struggles, the corporate intrigue. Anybody know? This was Succession. You guys didn't see this. If you didn't see this, this is definitely one to go back and watch. It's pretty cool. Succession. Dysfunctional family. Number 2. Now, I didn't watch this when it was first made. I went back and caught this as a recommendation from someone else. A crime drama known for its deep exploration of urban life. It takes place in Baltimore. Key clue, focusing on different societal institutions. It features an ensemble cast including real-life Baltimore residents. I didn't know that. Each season highlights a different aspect of the city, from law enforcement to education. It's often ranked as one of the greatest TV shows of all time. Many of the show's characters were based on real people, including former drug dealers and police officers. Yes, Maddow has it. Very popular show, right? Best TV shows of all time. I don't know if I'd say that, but some people might thought so. The Wire is correct. Yeah. All right, and the robots have picked their number 1. Number 1 HBO series of all time. A World War II miniseries based on real events. It follows a group of American soldiers from training to the end of the war. It was produced by Steven Spielberg and Tom Hanks. It features breathtaking battle sequences and emotional depth. Correct, Stuart! The winner! It is inspired by the true story of Easy Company, the 506th Parachute Infantry Regiment. There you go, with some Army talk. Many of the real-life veterans depicted in the show were interviewed before and after each episode. I don't remember that part. I guess I didn't watch it religiously. Anybody know the year this was made? Any guesses? Any guesses on the year that Band of Brothers was made? Band of Brothers. It's one of the first ones that was made specifically instead of for a movie, but for the streaming. Band of Brothers, 2001. 2001. Well, we made it through that category. You guys did pretty good at that. You were much better at that on locations throughout the world. Yeah. All right, let's go to the third game. It is top 20 queens. Let's load it up. All right, I think you guys know the rules. Robots paint, you guess. I guess clues along the way. We're going to be trying to find the top 20 queens who ruled without kings. There was no king involved. All right, they're a little hard at first. Once we get down towards the end, it gets easier. But good luck. She ruled her kingdom's golden age, making it one of the most powerful in its region. She was crowned as the first female ruler in her country's history. Her leadership expanded her kingdom's borders through diplomacy and warfare. She was canonized as a saint after her death. Okay, here's the key clue. She ruled Georgia at the height of its medieval power. We're talking 1184 to 1213 AD. 1184 to 1213. Anybody know this queen? Good looking lady. She didn't have a king. He was available. He's a little old. 1184 to 1213. This is not Catherine's much later. Hang on to Catherine. She may show up in our game. This is Queen Tamara. Queen Tamara of Georgia. Queen Tamara of Georgia. Learn something every day on Quick Bite History Live. There you go. Number 19. She became a symbol of resistance against colonial rule in India. So we're talking 1853 to 1858 for this lady's reign. She became a symbol of resistance against colonial rule in India. She fought bravely during the Indian Rebellion of 1857. She was known for her exceptional horseback riding and sword fighting skills. Well, there you go. Nice looking lady. Can handle the sword and the horseback. She's a keeper. No king. She famously disguised herself as a man to escape capture. She died on the battlefield. Oh, defending her kingdom against the British. Against the British. The British are coming. Anybody know who this is? I think she's pretty famous. If you're Indian, I think you would know this. Her name was Queen Rani Lakshmibai of Jhansi. Rani Lakshmibai of Jhansi. I said that pretty good. She is often called the Joan of Arc of India. All right, we're on to the next one. This next one's an old lady. 814 BC. 814 BC. She is credited with founding one of the greatest ancient cities. Think of ancient great cities. Her story is intertwined with legend and myth. She is it's because it's so long ago. She is best known for her clever negotiation to claim land of her city. She plays a tragic role in the Aeneid, where she falls in love with a Trojan hero. She founded the city of Carthage, a city that later rivaled Rome. You might know this lady who founded Carthage. That's pretty studly. She has an interesting name, too. Queen Dido. Queen Dido of Carthage. 814 BC. Wow, way back. According to legend, she tricked the local king into giving her enough land to build Carthage. There you go. She could trick me. All right. Next up. Traveling the world to find the queens that ruled without kings. She fought fiercely against Portuguese colonial forces in Africa. She was known for her strategic alliances and diplomatic skills. This is 1624 to 1663, her reign. She once sat on the back of a servant when the Portuguese refused to give her a chair. I can see that scene. She transformed her kingdom into a powerful regional force. She is remembered as one of Africa's greatest resistance leaders. Does anybody know her? I've never heard of her, but she sounds pretty studly. For sure. These are all facts. The robots did not make this stuff up. This is Queen Nzinga of Ndongo and Matambo. Queen Nzinga, of course. I don't know, Stuart. That answer is close enough. I think we'll give it to you. Close enough. She led her people into battle well into her 60s. She was an old queen. All right. Traveling the world to find our queens. This lady was a mysterious ruler known for her spiritual and political power. She maintained diplomatic ties with China. Her leadership was recorded in ancient Chinese texts, but little is known about her life. She was said to be a shaman queen who communicated with the gods. Now here's a key clue. She ruled over early Japanese kingdom of Yamata. Anybody ever heard of this lady? I never heard of her, I gotta say. But the robots dug her up for me. Queens that ruled without kings. This is Queen Himiko of Japan. Queen Himiko. 3rd century AD. That may be why you haven't heard of her. A while ago. It wasn't yesterday. No one knows where her tomb is, making her one of Japan's greatest historical mysteries. Learn something every day. Quick Bite History Live. So I told you some of these are hard at the beginning. Some of these are pretty. Now this lady has been featured in quite a few of my videos. She led a famous rebellion against the Roman Empire. She briefly expanded her kingdom across the Eastern Mediterranean. She was highly educated and spoke several languages. She claimed to be descended from Cleopatra. Now, this is a little bit after Cleopatra, not that long, 267 to 272 AD. Related to Cleopatra, descended from Cleopatra. A couple hundred years later. She was captured by the Romans and paraded through the streets of Rome. Well, I could see that. I could see that. Some legends say she was allowed to live in luxury in Rome after her capture. I can see that too. I can see that. Anyway, I've done a couple videos on her, and if you haven't seen them, go check out my videos of Queen Zenobia. Queen Zenobia of Palmyra. That sound familiar at all? Queen Zenobia of Palmyra. Queens who ruled without kings. There you go. All right, let's go to a little bit more modern times. This is 1387 to 1412. She unified 3 major Scandinavian kingdoms under her rule. She created the Kalmar Union, bringing Denmark, Norway, and Sweden together. So she was a Viking, or at least a Viking descendant. She ruled as regent for her son. I guess that's the way they did it back then, right? The woman couldn't officially be in charge unless she was the regent, but continued to govern after his death. That's cool. She is considered one of the most successful rulers in Scandinavian history. And Stuart knows it. Very good, Stuart. Awesome. Queen Margaret I of Denmark is correct. Her reign established a peaceful and stable Nordic empire. It is Queen Margaret. Very good. Nice job, Stuart. Viking. Excuse me. We've had very dry weather here. We've had red flag fire warning. South Carolina, very unusual because it's usually very moist here. It's been very dry. So allergies, dry mouth, got it all going. We will struggle through. Next up, number 13. Traveling the world to find our queens, she fiercely resisted European colonization. Her rule was marked by isolationist policies to protect her kingdom. Now, this is pretty recent. This is 1828 to 1861. She was known for her ruthless treatment of political enemies. Tough broad. She strengthened Madagascar's independence, but at a high cost. She ruled with absolute power, refusing to submit to foreign influence. She was called the Mad Queen by her critics, but some see her as a defender of her nation. Well, it sounds like. Madagascar. Everybody know that story? Fairly recent, 1828 to 1861. Queen Irene Kashashani. No, but I like that name. It's cool. This is Queen Rana Volana. Rana Volana of Madagascar. It kind of rings, doesn't it? Rana Volana. Looks like Rana Volana. Number 12. She was the only female ruler of the powerful Habsburg dynasty. She gave birth to 16 children, including a future French queen. Here's the key. She implemented major political and economic reforms in her empire. She strengthened Austria's military and resisted attacks from rival nations. And key clue, her daughter was the infamous Marie Antoinette. This is Marie Antoinette's mom. and she was Queen of Austria. Anybody know her name? They know Marie Antoinette. This is her mom. That's where she got her looks. This is Queen Maria Theresa. So Maria kind of relates to Marie Antoinette, I guess, of Austria. 1740 to 1780. She was one of the few rulers to be both powerful monarch and a devoted mother. There you go, both. All right, number 11. Good story. This one's kind of interesting. This is very recent. 1891 to 1893 was her reign. She only ruled for 2 years. Very short. She was the last sovereign ruler of her island kingdom. She was overthrown by an American businessman. That's not good. Sounds like today. She wrote the famous Hawaiian song, Aloha Oi. Aloha Oi. She fought for the restoration of her kingdom and was placed under house arrest. She remains a symbol of Hawaiian independence and cultural pride. Anybody remember the Hawaiian queen's name? You know, it's going to be lyrical. It's Hawaiian. They've only got a few letters. What is it? They have 11 letters or 14 letters in their alphabet? Some small number. Lili Uokalani. Lili Uokalani of Hawaii. Lili Uokalani of Hawaii. 1891 to 1893. Remains a symbol of Hawaiian independence and cultural pride. There you go. Top 10. Number 10. She was the first woman to rule her kingdom as a sole monarch. Her reign marked a high point of military success and cultural achievement. This is 1184 to 1213. She was known for her diplomatic skill and alliances with powerful neighbors. She expanded her kingdom's influence across the Caucasus. This is Georgia again. She was later canonized as a saint in the Georgian Orthodox Church. This almost sounds like the same lady with a different name as we did before. I don't know. Queen of Georgia. Anybody else know a Queen of Georgia? 1184. Way back. Way back. Way back. This is Queen Tamar of Kartli. I don't know. Sounds like a crossover with that previous one. She was sometimes called king instead of queen to emphasize her authority. I don't know. She looks more like a queen. She doesn't look like a king. Off with their heads, I say. Off with their heads. All right, number 9. Traveling the world for our queens. She was a fierce warrior queen from West Africa. She expanded her kingdom's territory through military conquest. She is credited with building fortified city walls that still stand today. Her leadership helped Zhao become a dominant power in the region. Zhao. Anybody heard of that before? Zhao? She is celebrated as one of Nigeria's greatest historical figures. So, Nigeria area. Anybody know? Some believe she inspired the fictional character of Dora Milaje, warriors in black. Oh, and she was the inspiration for the Black Panther queen. How about that? The inspiration. Some of these are hard. I'm sorry. Some of them are very hard. Queen Amina of Zaza. Queen Amina. 16th century. Way back. Back. All right. Let's go to one of these unknown queens of Egypt. She co-ruled Egypt. Oh, I thought there was no king. With her brother, husband. Oh, this is an interesting story. She co-ruled Egypt with her brother husband, Ptolemy II. There you go. She was a powerful political and military strategist. She was deified after her death and worshipped as a goddess. She played a key role in shaping the Potomac. Oh, I'm supposed to say just Ptolemaic. Don't pronounce the P. Ptolemaic dynasty power. Her influence was so strong that later queens adopted her title. Yeah, Shakira. Yeah, it looks like Shakira. Hips don't lie. Hips don't lie. So this is Queen Arsinoe the Second of Egypt, of course. They're gonna get easier. 3rd century BC, so she's before Cleopatra. How is that possible with Ptolemy II? Coins were minted with her image, a rare honor for a queen in ancient Egypt. She had coins. Oh, Cleopatra II, maybe so. Not the 7th. Cleopatra II. Hey, you know this one. You know this lady. She led a major uprising against Roman rule in Britain. She burned down the Roman city of Londinium, modern London. She was known for her fiery red hair and fierce leadership. She initially won major victories against the Romans before the Romans kind of kicked her butt later. She remains a British folk hero and symbol of resistance. Yeah, Stuart has it. Stuart knows this one. Do you remember that? What's the tribe? Because it kind of rings a bell. It's Queen Boudica of the Iceni. Queen Boudica of the Iceni. Yeah. Oh, I studied her. There you go. So this was 2 years only, 60 to 61 CE. So just, yeah, early part of the Roman Empire. When the Romans were just still trying to establish themselves in Britain. A famous statue of Boudica stands near the Houses of Parliament in London. Is that true? Statue of Boudica. Cool. So the rest of these are a little more well-known, so that's good. She was one of the few female pharaohs of ancient Egypt. So, you know, a lot of the other ones went by queen or empress or whatever, but they didn't go by pharaoh. But this lady went by pharaoh. And she dressed as a man and even wore a false beard to legitimize her rule. That's right, they used to wear those weird things. She oversaw massive building projects, including her famous temple at Deir al-Bahari. Deir al-Bahari. This is the builder lady. She focused on trade rather than war, making Egypt very prosperous. After her death, later rulers tried to erase her from history. Why'd they do that? That wasn't very nice. Anyway, she was the big builder. Temple Deir al-Bahari. I think you're going to know it. She's got the coolest name. She's got the coolest name of Egyptian pharaohs and pharaohesses. Her temple still stands today and is one of Egypt's most stunning monuments. This is Queen Hatshepsut. Hatshepsut of Egypt. There you go. Long time ago, 1400 BC. Okay, top 5. Here we go. She was raised as a prince rather than a princess. Well, that's weird. Scandinavian thing. She was highly intelligent and a great patron of the arts and sciences. She shocked Europe by abdicating her throne and converting to Catholicism. Huh. She spent much of her later life in Rome, becoming a major cultural figure. Maybe you Euro people know some European history here. She spent much of her later life in Rome. I said that. She refused to marry despite pressure from her court. She was buried in St. Peter's Basilica, one of the few women given that honor. Hot chip soup. Who knows who this queen is? She's a Scandinavian, is a clue. 1632 to 1654. But she became a Catholic and moved to Rome. Moved to St. Peter's. This is Queen Christina of Sweden. Did you know that? Learn something every day on Quick Bite History Live. Queen Christina of Sweden. All right, top four. You're going to know a few of these. I think you're going to know this one. Just by the look. She ruled alone for over 40 years, refusing to marry. Her reign is known as the Golden Age of England. She defeated the Spanish Armada. Who knows? Yes, you have. Stuart. You're correct. She was known for her intelligence, political skill, and fiery speeches. She was the daughter of Henry VIII and Anne Boleyn. Did you know that? That's pretty famous parents. She used elaborate fashion, including a white painted face and extravagant dresses to craft her powerful image. Yeah. Queen Elizabeth I. Queen Elizabeth I of England, 1558 to 1603. Defeated the Spanish Armada. That was the beginning of England ruling the seas. The Princess Drake. All right, we're down to the top three queens that ruled without kings. No kings. No kings allowed. This lady ruled for 63 years, making her one of the longest reigning monarchs. She oversaw the expansion of the British Empire to its greatest extent. She was known for her strict morals, doesn't look like it to me, and deep love for her husband, Prince Albert. But he wasn't involved in the king thing? I don't get it. She ruled without a king, but she had a husband, Prince Albert. I don't remember. Yeah, you got it, story. Anthony's in the house. What's up, man? You got it. We're doing queens that ruled without kings, although she was married to Prince Albert. So there you go. She became known as the grandmother of Europe due to her many royal descendants. The Victoria Cross, Britain's highest military honor, was named in her honor. Yeah, the Victoria Cross. There you go. Queen Victoria of the United Kingdom, 1837 to 1901. Very recent. Very, very recent. But on to the top two. Two very popular queens here on Quick Bite History. Our top two, making her 9th appearance. She overthrew her husband to take the throne. She modernized Russia, expanding its territory significantly. She was a major patron of the arts, philosophy, and education. Correct. Alana. And Stuart. You guys are correct. She corresponded with famous Enlightenment thinkers like Voltaire. She ruled longer than any other female leader in Russian history. And you guys are right. It is the Empress Catherine the Great of Russia. Yeah, look her. Despite rumors, there is no evidence that she died in a bizarre way. Some legends suggest. I don't know. Have you heard of that? Have you heard weird legends about how she died? I haven't heard that. 1762 to 1796 was her reign without a king because she killed him. Or so they say. So they say. Making her 12th appearance on Quick Bite History Live. Number 1 queen in history. She was the last ruler of an ancient Egyptian dynasty. She formed famous political and romantic alliances with 2 Roman leaders. Yes, she did. She was highly intelligent and spoke multiple languages. She used her image and charisma to maintain power. Yes. Which number? Cleopatra the... Which one? You guys know. Her legendary death involved a snake and remains one of history's most famous suicides. The Black Ass. Her life has been the subject of countless plays, movies, and books, including Shakespeare, Antony, and Cleopatra, and she is our favorite here on Quick Bite History Live. It's the 7th, Cleopatra the 7th, of course. Yeah, not the 11th. No, not the 11th. 7th. Cleopatra the 7th of Egypt, 51 to 30 BC. There you go. There, we finished the queens. Well, so some of the queens were kind of hard. It was a hard category. It was. I have to admit, I asked the robot to come up with something a little more obscure. Anyway, so that ends our regular programming this evening. And as usual, we ask the question, is there anybody around that really wants to do a bonus round? If you do, the bonus round would be top 20 stars of early television. Early television. Yeah, that last one was kind of hard, I admit. We don't have to do a bonus round. You guys want to watch the Oscars or something? Hey, no big deal. So we got... I guess that's 3 thumbs up already. So I guess we're doing the bonus round. Couldn't get out of it. All right. Well, and it'll be quite a bit easier than the queens. So there'll be much more recognizable faces. All right. Here we go. Ready? Top 20 stars of early television. Now, I think you guys know the rules around here. Robots do the painting, you do the guessing. I give a few clues along the way. Top 20 stars of early television. He was nicknamed Mr. Television for his early dominance into medium. He started in vaudeville before becoming a television star. His show helped drive TV set sales in the 1950s. Yeah, he was all about selling TVs. You guys watching the Oscars while you play? That's good. That's perfect. It's a good accompaniment. Who knows who this guy is? There you go. Alana. He hosted the Texaco Star Theater. He was one of NBC's first big stars. And yes, indeed, this is Mr. Milton Berle. Milton Berle was a television pioneer whose variety show was instrumental in making TV a popular household fixture. There he is. I guess we're going to watch the robots finish the painting here. There we go. Milton Berle. All right, you're going to know most of these. So that makes it a little more fun, right? Did you know a few? All right. She was a B movie actress before transitioning to television. She was a B movie actress. Her husband was a Cuban band leader. Her iconic comedy show was groundbreaking for TV. Who knows? Correct. Stuart on the board. She was a trailblazer as a female producer and studio head. And she starred in the iconic show I Love Lucy. I Love Lucy. And yes, you are correct. This is Miss Lucille Ball. 1911 to 1989. Lucille Ball revolutionized television comedy and became a trailblazer for women in entertainment production. Pretty good picture for what's the tonight. Oh, Ricky. Yes. My favorite scene is the candy shop, or the candy manufacturing, where they're making the candy on the conveyor belt. Right. Funny scene. All right, next up. He was a comedic violinist. Well, that's funny right there. He started his career in radio before transitioning to TV. He perfected the use of comedic slow burn reaction. He was famous for his miserly persona. You know what I'm saying? He was a cheap guy. He hosted the Jack Benny program on both radio and television. Well, so that's a pretty good clue. I'd say the robots gave that one away. That's right. This is Mr. Jack Benny. Jack Benny. Jack Benny was born way back in the 1800s. 1894 to 1974. Jack Benny was a pioneering figure in comedy, bridging radio and TV with unique blend of timing and self-deprecating humor. All right, let's make them a little harder. Those first three were too easy. Next one's a little harder. She started on the Broadway stage. She was often cast as a sidekick to a zany lead actress. Her comedic foil on TV was her character's on-screen husband. Bad about her husband. She became famous playing a nosy, loyal best friend. There you go. No, it kind of looks like Marilyn Monroe. But this was the sidekick. She portrayed Ethel Mertz. Ethel Mertz on I Love Lucy. Ethel Mertz on who played the sidekick? Ethel Mertz on I Love Lucy. Who knows the answer? I mean, she was in a lot of movies too, to be honest. Yeah, Amanda said, oh no. No, oh so. Right, she was born in 1907, if that helps. This is Miss Vivian Vance. Vivian Vance, that sound familiar at all? Anybody? Vivian Vance brought charm and wit to her role as Ethel Mertz, creating one of the most beloved supporting characters in sitcom history. We are doing the stars of early television as our bonus round tonight. So welcome to the new folks. All right, who knows this one? He began his entertainment career as a saxophonist. His gift for dialect and impressions set him apart. He worked with Imogene Coca in one of the first big sketch comedy shows. He started a comedy variety show that helped shape the future of TV. He was the star of something called Your Show of Shows. Your Show of Shows. Who knows who this is? Famous guy. If you remember old-time TV. You missed the Queens. We did the Queens earlier. Oh. You missed the Queens. We did 3 or 4 Queens of England. Correct. Very good. Alana. Mr. Sid Caesar. That's right. Sid Caesar was a sketch comedy trailblazer with innovative humor and influenced generations of comedians and writers. There you go. These are the stars of early television. They're all very famous. And when you're old like me, you kind of remember them. Gary. She was known for playing the wisecracking friend in Hollywood movies. She transitioned from radio to television seamlessly. She was a regular on the Bob Hope Show and the George Burns and Gracie Allen Show. She starred as a quick-witted school teacher in a popular sitcom, and she played the title role in Our Miss Brooks. That was a movie. Who remembers who this is? Bob Hope Show, George Burns Show, Our Miss Brooks, wisecracking friend in Hollywood movies. Anybody know? Robots did a good job painting it. It looks just like her. We're going back in time to early television. And this is Miss Eve Arden. Not familiar with anybody? Eve Arden, 1908 to 1990. Oh, you got it. Sorry I rushed you. Very good, Alana. Eve Arden was a master delivering sarcastic, sharp-tongued humor, making her a beloved figure in early television. Next up. He was known for his trademark cigar and grease paint mustache. He was a member of a famous comedy team that appeared in movies. His quick wit made him a standout in vaudeville and Hollywood. He hosted a long-running game show that featured his ad-libbed humor, and I remember watching the reruns for this as a teenager. Funny. Yeah, you got it. Stuart probably had it first. I think Maddow kind of had it. Not interesting spelling. I promise you had it. Yes, Groucho Marx. Groucho Marx brought vaudeville-style humor to early television, solidifying his status as a comedic icon. Oh, and Anthony had it too. Oh, we'll say that. We'll say that. Yeah, you beat him even with the slow infant. Dave, you guys ever watch his show? Did you ever see the reruns or anything of that? Pretty good. It's like a talk show, like a Johnny Carson kind of show. Kind of, sort of. It was a game show, Game show, Johnny Carson. All right. Okay, this next one's kind of hard. She won an Academy Award for a dramatic film role before transitioning to TV. Okay, so she won an Academy Award. She became a symbol of 1950s American family values. That's probably the key. She played a devoted wife and mother on TV. Her popular sitcom ran for 8 seasons. And if I give you the next clue, you're going to get it. Robots. Crazy robots. I think I'm going to have to give you this one, though. Anyway, she was the big American family value lady in the 1950s. And I think the show went into the early 60s. This is Miss Donna Reed. Donna Reed. Donna Reed helped shape the image of the ideal American housewife in television sitcoms during the 1950s and the 1960s. Born in 1921, passed in 1986. Donna Reed. That sound familiar to anybody? Donna Reed. Donna Reed show. Saw her for a long time. Yeah, pretty lady. You'll know the next one. He started his career in vaudeville and radio, like many of them. He was known for creating numerous lovable comic characters. His variety show became a staple of 1950s and 60s television. I remember watching his television show in the 60s. Like my grandparents would have it on at their house when I would go over. And I'd get to watch this show. And it's the funniest thing. He was also an artist. And he specialized in painting clowns on black velvet. It kind of looks like Mickey Rooney there, doesn't it? It's not Mickey Rooney though. Not Mickey Rooney. He starred in his own TV variety comedy show. And he painted clowns on black velvet. He was very funny too. Funny guy. He was on lots, he would be like a guest on other shows too. Anybody know? This looks like him. It looks more like him than it does. Not Lenny Bruce. This is Red Skelton. Red Skelton. If you've never heard of Red Skelton, look up Red Skelton. Watch some Red Skelton. He was a master of physical comedy. All right, let's see if you can get the next one. She was once married to a future U.S. president. She won an Academy Award for Best Actress, like tonight, in the 1940s. She was known for playing dramatic roles in both TV and film. She had a leading role in a primetime soap opera in the 1980s. She starred in Falcon Crest. Anybody remember that show? Falcon Crest? She was much older when she started in that, of course. Not Marilyn Monroe, not Nancy Reagan. It was the previous wife. The one before Nancy. Ginger Rogers was never married to a president. Good guess, though. What the heck? Good guess. Falcon's Crest. Falcon's Crest. She won a Best Actress Award. This is Jane Wyman. Jane Wyman. Jane Wyman was a talented actress whose career spanned decades, from Oscar-winning performances to starring in primetime television. There you go. Remember now, we're doing stars of early television as a category. Stars of early television. He began his career on Broadway as a comic performer. He won several Emmy Awards for his television work. He was known for playing a scheming Army sergeant. There's the key clue. Excuse me, I'm gonna have a sip of water. It's not vodka. Not vodka. His most famous character led a platoon in a long-running sitcom. You're close. Yeah, Stuart has the character. What was the actor's name? That is the correct character. That's who he played on the Blank Show. Remember? Born in 1911. That helps. Passed in 1985. This is Mr. Phil Silvers. That sound familiar? Phil Silvers and Sergeant Bilko. Yeah, that part. Phil Silvers brought slapstick and quick-witted humor to television, creating one of the most memorable sitcom characters of the 1950s. Bill Silvers. There you go. Number 12, you'll know this one. She first gained fame playing the wife of a comedy writer in the 1960s. She starred in two beloved sitcoms, one in the 60s and one in the 70s. She portrayed a single woman working in television news. I think that's fun. We'll wait for that slow internet to catch up. She was known for throwing her hat in the air at the opening of her second show. I think everybody knows it. It's just the slow internet. This is Miss Mary Tyler Moore, which you guys probably haven't. So I'm trying to get Starlink to work better. I actually pay for the little boost thing, but on a Sunday night when the Oscars are on, there's probably a little competition for the bandwidth tonight. So that's probably a problem for us. So anyway, sorry about slow internet. We'll just play through it. It's part of the game for sure. Hopefully they'll get more and more satellites up there and the traffic will get better in our area. I'm in the southeast United States, so it's a little crowded over here. Next up, he was known for his physical comedy and singing abilities. He starred in a family sitcom in the 1960s about a television writer. He played a chimney sweep in a beloved Disney film. I think you know who this is. He shared the screen with Mary Tyler Moore, who was our last contestant in the 1960s. Yes, Stewart. Stewart Head, despite the internet, kind of looks a little bit like Jerry Stewart, or Jerry Lewis, excuse me. But it's not Jerry Lewis, it's Dick Van Dyke. Dick Van Dyke. Well, contemporary of Jerry Lewis for sure. They were all, I don't think any of them were buddies though. Dick Van Dyke brought charm, wit, and brilliant comedic timing to both television and film, cementing his place as one of America's favorite entertainers. Yeah, he was like a dancer, and he's kind of a goofball. He's kind of a physical comedian, right? Yeah, Dick Van Dyke. There he is. Oh, he was number 13. We're going in reverse order. We're going upwards. So this is 14. We've only got 7. This is the 7th from the last. You know this lady. She holds the Guinness World Record for the longest TV career for a female entertainer. She started in popular 1980s sitcom about 4 older women. She was a beloved animal rights activist. And she won an Emmy for her role as the man-hungry Sue Ann Nivens in the 1980s. But she was on early TV on lots of people's shows, too. She starred in The Golden Girls later. Yes, you guys all know. Anthony! Madame! Stewart! She was on like everybody's show as a guest. She was funny. Betty White. Betty White was a television legend whose groundbreaking career spanned over 7 decades, earning her a place in the heart of generations of fans. Betty White, Sue Ann Niven, Man Hungry. All right. Betty White. Next up. Number 15. Born in 1912, passed in 1986. He was born in Cuba and became a band leader in the United States. He popularized the conga line in America. Well, there you go. I mean, that's all he needed to do. That was it. He was married to Lucille Ball, both on and off screen. He co-founded Desilu Productions. Hey, good night. Take it easy. We've only got 5 more. Correct. You got it. You got it. You got it. Desi Arnaz. The robots spell it A-R-N-A-Z, just FYI. We all say Desi Arnaz. Well, I guess it's Desi Arnaz. He starred as Ricky Ricardo on Lila Lucy. Desi Arnaz was a groundbreaking television producer and actor who pioneered techniques still used in TV production today. Yeah, Desi Arnaz. There you go. All right, let's see if you get the next one. This one's a little more obscure, but she was big at the time. Early television. She was known for her expressive face and comedic timing. She was a frequent collaborator with Sid Caesar. So I did mention her name earlier when we were talking about Sid. She was a star of early sketch comedy television shows. She was on everybody's show helping do sketch comedy. She performed many zany and slapstick roles on television. She was the zany one. She was a cast member of Your Show of Shows. That was the Sid Caesar show. Anybody remember who this is? She looked familiar? The robot's got the picture perfect. That's what she looks like. Zany. Oh, Mary Hartman. No, that's later. Mary Hartman's later. This is early, don't it? This is 50s and 60s. Mary Hartman is like late 70s. Yeah, you got it, Meadow. Emma Jean Coca. You got it. Emma Jean Coca was one of television's first female sketch comedians, leaving a lasting legacy with her incredible versatility and wit. There you go. And speaking of versatility and wit, she was known for playing a scatterbrained character. She was part of a comedy duo with her husband. Her partner was famous for the catchphrase, "Say goodnight, Gracie." She often played the straight woman to her husband's deadpan humor. Anybody remember who this is? Here's the key clue. She was part of the Burns and Allen comedy team. So I've said her first name and I've said her last name. Who knows? That's right. This is going once, going twice. Sold as Miss Gracie Allen. Gracie Allen, married to George Burns. Gracie Allen was a comedic genius who helped shape early television comedy alongside her husband, George Burns. George Burns. With a cigar. George Burns. Take it, Gracie. All right, we got 3 more. She was known for her wild hair and outrageous costumes. Her comedy style was self-deprecating and centered around her fictional husband, Fang. Do you remember that? Her husband's name was Fang. She was one of the first female stand-up comics to gain mainstream success. She often joked about her appearance and domestic life. Yeah, good guess. Good guess, Romus. Incorrect. She starred in her own TV specials and variety shows. Yeah, she was she was all over early television for sure. On Johnny Carson a lot, and funnier than heck. And yeah, she always had deprecating humor about her husband, Fang. Madonna's mom. Yeah, Madonna's not aging well. This is Phyllis Diller. That sound familiar? Phyllis Diller. There you go. We got 2 left. Now this one's hard. Good luck with this one. Last 2 are kind of hard. Let's finish out in style. This guy's father was best known for playing the Tin Man in The Wizard of Oz. We had the Tin Man telling jokes on here earlier tonight. He became a successful film and television director. So this guy became a director. He directed tributes and retrospectives on the history of Hollywood. That's how he fits in this category. And he married Judy Garland's daughter, Liza Minnelli. So this is the guy who married Liza Minnelli. And he directed a little thing called That's Entertainment, which was a big movie back in the day. Any guesses? His father was the Tin Man. He married Liza Minnelli. He's got that going for him. Yeah, Stuart. Very good. Very good. Jack Haley, of course, is the Tin Man. So this would be Jack Haley Jr. We'll give it to you. Jack Haley Jr. was a respected director and producer known for his work on documentaries and retrospectives that celebrated Hollywood's golden age. There you go. All right, last one. This one's hard because this is her when she was younger. Everybody's used to seeing her when she was older on television. She was a leading lady in Hollywood during the 30s and 40s. Oh, if you remember, she was on one of those film noir. She was on the last film noir one, the top film noir. She received 4 Academy Award nominations throughout her career. She starred in both film noirs and westerns. She won 3 Emmy Awards for her work in television. She starred in the TV series The Big Valley. So that's how you're going to remember her, but she was quite a bit older then. She didn't look like this. Who knows who this is? This is when she was starring in the film noir. What was that? I already forgot. What was the top film noir show on Wednesday night? I forget. How soon we forget? She started the top Hollywood Golden Age film noir show. And she was on The Big Valley. Barbara Stanwyck. Barbara Stanwyck, of course. All right, well, we suffered through a little bit of a slow internet there in the bonus round. I think the Queens slowed down the robots. They couldn't believe the Queens. Anyway, thank you guys again, as always, for hanging out so late and playing the game. Sorry we have a little bit of delay in our internet. Hopefully, I'm sure that's caused by the popularity of the television tonight and everybody's streaming. So hopefully they'll get more and more satellites up in the air. But you know, I bought the next grade up on the Starlink thing where you can suppose we have priority. But even if you have priority, I think if it gets crowded enough, it doesn't do that much good for you. But I think sometimes it's going to be better for us. It definitely fights through weather. But I think when it's super busy, the priority probably doesn't even help. So anyway, yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate it. Take it easy. Have a good week. And we'll see you next week for sure. I'll probably do something Wednesday night. I'll put it on a post or something and let you guys know what we're doing. But I'm sure we'll probably do something on Wednesday too. Anyway, once again, Take it easy. See you soon.